Hey guys, it's GoldenSteelTV here. We're back for another Minecraft video yet again. This time I'm building a city called Canton. Okay? I'm laying down a foundation for the newspaper headquarters that I'm about to build. Alright. I'm just laying down the first floor of the building. Alright. Okay, as you can see right there, the railroad project that I was building for the past two videos is finished. So, the project is complete. However, I'm planning on expanding it to other cities and villages, like, the unnamed village that has not been named yet, but that'll be in the future. Okay, now let's get to sports. In sports news, baseball is coming back soon. I'm a White Sox fan, not a Cubs fan, so I'm sorry to say this if you're Cubs fans watching this. Alright. In football news, the draft is coming up soon. We got draft picks that are waiting to be chosen by teams that are in need of these players. Like Kyler Murray, who is out of University of Oklahoma. He stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall, but teams should be ready to draft him. I think the Raiders should draft him because they need a quarterback who can be consistent with the team, because their player Derek Carr was inconsistent throughout the season. So yeah, they do really need a new quarterback after all. Right. Putting on scaffolds, so when I rise up to the new floor, it'll help me get up. Alright. The first floor is done. I'll add some windows. I can work on the second floor now. And there's lots of draft picks to talk about, but let's just focus on one in particular. Okay. In other news, the Bears have reportedly decided to get rid of Cody Parkey. For those of you who don't know, Cody Parkey is a kicker who is infamously known for the double doink that eliminated us from the NFL playoffs in 2019 this year, which in turn let the Philadelphia Eagles move on to the divisional round, in which they lost. So I'm glad. So if that's true about Cody Parkey leaving the Bears, I'm glad it could happen, because we'd just rather move on from what happened and not let it haunt us for the next season, you know. Okay. I'm adding the rooftop, so the newspaper headquarters will just have 2 floors only. Alright. Anyways, Kareem Hunt, the former running back for the Chiefs, just recently signed with the Cleveland Browns. For those of you who may not know, Kareem Hunt is a running back in the NFL who was kicked out of the Chiefs after a video of him kicking a woman in a hotel surfaced online. In late November of that year of 2018, a video of Kareem Hunt kicking a woman was circulating on the internet. When the Chiefs found out about it, they kicked him out. And just recently, Hunt just signed with the Cleveland Browns. However, Kareem Hunt may not play with them in the 2019 season because he just got added to the commissioners list. If you don't know who the commissioner of the NFL is, it's Roger Goodell, who many fans hate the most in sports because of his ridiculous fines he imposes on players for doing small innocent things, you know. For example, when a few Cowboys players donated some of their money on the Salvation Army bucket after a touchdown, he fined those players, and it's bullshit that he just fined them for doing something generous, you know. It's just complete bullshit that he imposes fines on someone for doing generous things, you know. It's bullshit. Okay. In other news, Le'Veon Bell, the running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, is leaving the Steelers on March 13th. That's when free agency begins. I don't know what team should sign him, but my best guess is the New York Jets because they have a rookie quarterback named Sam Darnold who is about to enter his second year as an NFL quarterback. If the Jets do sign Bell, maybe he could help Sam develop as a quarterback to be successful with the Jets. There's also one other Steelers player who might leave soon, and it's Antonio Brown, the receiver for the Steelers. Antonio Brown became unhappy with the Steelers, and he demanded a trade to other teams. After meeting with the Steelers owner named Art Rooney, they appear to have agreed on letting Antonio Brown walk away from them. I don't know which team should sign him once he does get traded, but maybe it could be the New Orleans Saints. I don't know. There's also one other player who might leave who might become a free agent soon, and it's Nick Foles, the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. After a stellar playoff run that led him to winning the Super Bowl in 2018, and another playoff run that was cut short, the Eagles didn't have enough money to make him a franchise quarterback, so they decided to make him a free agent. Nick Foles should sign with the Jaguars or probably the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, to solve the quarterback controversies that these teams have had over the season, you know. And maybe he could redeem the glory that they once had, you know. Like the Dolphins, for example. Ever since Dan Marino retired in 1999, the Dolphins have fallen into irrelevance and have been mediocre since. So maybe if Nick Foles signs with them, he could bring them back to relevance, and maybe be second in the AFC East behind the Patriots. There are some fans who think that he should be traded to the Redskins, but I don't think so because the Redskins are poorly run because there's player mismanagement and their owner Dan Snyder is hated by a lot of fans for his ridiculous decisions with the players, like trading Robert Griffin away after his injury in favor of making Kirk Cousins the starter for the Redskins. It was all bullshit of how they mismanaged him, you know. Well, had he not been injured, then perhaps Robert Griffin would end up becoming a stellar quarterback for the Redskins. So yeah, things are really toxic with the Redskins. You know, they're just dysfunctional, if you know what I mean. As you can see right here, I'm building the executive building, which is the name for this building made entirely out of gold. So, yeah, the name says it all. Only the rich can go into this building. So, no one else can go in. Only the rich are granted access to this building. It's just gonna be a luxury hangout spot for the rich and the elite people in the world. So yeah, it'll have stuff that's gold in the chest, you know. Alright, so I'm about to add the iron doors, so only the rich can go in there. So that means no one who is broke can go in there. Only the rich are granted access. Alright. Almost there. The name Canton comes from the real-life city in Ohio, also called Canton. So, hence the name for this city in Minecraft, Canton. That name also comes from the city in China called Guangzhou. Canton was the former name for the city in China called Guangzhou. Believe it or not, Guangzhou has tens of millions of people living in there, making it one of the largest cities in the world, believe it or not. Alright. Almost done with this. Almost done with the floor. Now I gotta build another floor. And after that, the building is complete. Alright. I'm gonna add some more buildings to the city to give it its aesthetics. I could even build a castle tower to make the city look cool and attractive. And even so, make it a tourist attraction for anyone playing in this server. Right. Okay, in real life, there has been stuff going on. In my city, some guy from Empire decided to stage an incident in which he was attacked by homophobic racists. Initially, it was thought that it was real, but then when police discovered that the attack was staged, everyone realized he was lying. So he is now facing charges for filing a false police report, which could land him in jail for a few months. And yeah. Right. Alright, almost done with the executive building. Right. I'll add some furniture and some luxurious stuff later. Alright. There's lots of buildings to build. And the residential area I was building earlier is almost finished. I just need to build more houses and build a few more restaurants. Right. The next building I'll build is the hospital. Cause safety first, you know. Right. Alright. Alright, the construction is complete. I can destroy the scaffoldings. Alright. In real life, I've been using a weather info system called WeatherStar 4000. For those of you who don't know, WeatherStar 4000 was a system used by the Weather Channel back in the 1990s. It's no longer used, but the legacy still lives on through an emulator that's exclusive for the desktop like Windows, Mac, and Linux. Alright, but I'm about to test run the rail system that I was building on in these previous two videos. So now, here comes the ride. Oh, I forgot the minecart. Alright. Alright, here it goes. Wow. This one is running fast and smooth. Wow, I can't believe it. I'll name this bridge the Bruce Lee Bridge. So, yeah. The name is supposed to honor Bruce Lee. The other bridge that I built, it still doesn't have a name, but the poll to name that bridge is still ongoing, so in order to vote, just click on the link to the poll in the description below. Right. Oh shit, the wolf just interfered with the test run. Alright. Stupid dog. Alright, I'm not trying to disrespect him, but he's just... He just gets in the way of things, you know, like some animals. Like a bear. I don't want a turtle to interfere with my activity, or else he'll squirtle on the rails. Alright. Some of the snow that just recently fell in this land is taller than some of the snow that had just been there since the start. That's because a snowstorm just affected this area. Alright. I'm gonna have to start all over again for the test run. Alright, here it goes. I'm planning to extend the rail system to another city that I'm gonna build called Queenstown. Alright. Queenstown hasn't been built yet, but I'll build it after Canton. Alright. Right now the rail system just runs from Canton to the still unnamed village. The village still doesn't have a name, so the poll to name that village is in the description box below. Alright. Alright, it's going so smoothly and in working order. This is like a roller coaster ride, to be honest. I'll have to build the weather station for this land, so it can record some weather observations for this land. To be honest, I'll have to admit that I'm a weather nerd, you know. It's something factual that you should know about by now. Cause there's lots of fun facts about me, you know. Alright, heading back to the village. Okay. I should get the project finished with the construction of the city called Canton. Alright. And begin the construction of another city called Queenstown. Alright. I could extend the rail system to the village I live in called Floyd. Alright. Alright, I'm back home. Alright. So now, home sweet home. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.